Hi everyone, this is Connie. Want to welcome everybody back. Today I'm sharing with you how I do the Cuddly Cute Designs Ghost in Disguise, and this will be the mummy, with the pumpkin. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump right in here. I just kind of dry pieced that so I had some idea of where pieces were going, because I had no idea. I was just trying to do it without the photo, and yeah, that didn't work so well. So I'm going to first, see, I already lost it. It flew away. Excuse my arm there. I was trying to grab hold of the pumpkin stem, and I'm going to put that on right away so I do not lose it. I am planning on doing the Dracula. I will have him up Tuesday let me look at the calendar here. The 16th, and then I will also share with you, I'll do like a project share, and I will also show how I put the projects together. I'll do one for you with the Dracula, just some idea. Okay, and the pumpkin, has I don't know, it's kind of round, but it's a little bit oval. It's hard to explain, but the smaller part does go to the top. It can get it twisted around really easy. So, okay, and then I'm just gonna put the leaf on. If you see my green tape anywhere, I'm trying to stay in frame this time. I am so sorry about the last one. I didn't realize I was out of frame sim, so I'm putting tape down so I can hopefully stay in frame. So I'm going to set the pumpkin aside. I'm going to quick put the eyes together, and the eyes, it's just the wrong one. I don't have these marked, but I don't know if you can see it this small. The eyes have a little bit of just a cutoff piece on one side, and then they're, curved at the other. So does the black piece. And that's the cutoff, that little cutoff corner. They go together. I'll show you in a moment if you're not familiar with the eyes. So this piece goes to the center of the face, basically. So those two pieces that are notched at an angle, they come together. It took me a while to figure that out with the eyes. I don't know why that was, and that's been years ago, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I never could get the eyes figured out right. Okay, so set those aside. I'm going to work on my mummy. I'm going to work on his head first. I had a good question about how I do the face or the mouth. I don't have Design Space open right now, but this is an old PNG file from a gingerbread from Cuddly Cute Designs, and I can't think of Peachy Keen Stamps also has some digital files that have this. So when I bring this into Design Space, it wants to cut that. That's just because it's a cut file. So I go over to my layers panel and choose that, and then when you go up to the top of Design Space, and it's where you can choose if you want to cut, draw, score, you're going to choose this selection. You're going to click draw, and because it's quite small, I don't have to fill it in with the pen or anything. It'll automatically draw it really well. If it gets too big, you might have to fill it in a little bit. There might be just like maybe a 30-second or so of a gap, but I just use a black pen or colored pencil. And then I make sure they're attached also, so the lips are attached to, whether it be the head or in this piece, the lips were on this part, so kind of give you a little bit of an idea. Okay, so for the head, this piece I'm going to put on first. Just 1 second, I gotta keep this picture larger. So this has the pieces, edges curving down. The piece that's curved at the top is going to go right in this first groove there. You can see it just fits. And then it'll just fit in the corner of the cheek down there. So I'm going to put that on first. And if you haven't watched my previous videos on this, to get my inking like that, to get the marks, I use a pom-pom. I can use a finger dauber too. It just, whatever works for me, but I do both. Sometimes I have better luck with the finger dauber, and there are days I work better with the pom-pom. So, and I use the 5mm pom-pom, so it's kind of strange. Okay, let's keep going. This piece is going across the top, the curves going down, and it'll match up with the head somewhere along the line. I say that because I have to hold it up to get it lined up. Let's see, I'm doing something wrong here. Leave it, that's about the best I can manage it. Just a hair off here. I'm gonna leave it though. Okay, and I'm doing all this before I put any of the eyes or anything, obviously, because the eyes and the nose will go on last. I'm gonna have the eyelashes going above the band-aids. On here, they're not. It's just, I'm not gonna try to get that involved. Certainly if you want to, go for it, but yeah, no. Before I do the face anymore, I'm going to do the bottom, get those bandages on, and put this one on first. This is the shape of it. It's just gonna go right down here. And it doesn't look like it probably from here, but there is just a hair of a curve, excuse me, on the one edge. So it'll work with the curve here. And it actually should match up. There, right along the bottom here too. Okay, now this piece goes on. This too has curves on each side, so it can go you know, when I'm doing this on camera, it doesn't always work so well. I think I got it. And then when you get glue on the back and you don't have a lot of time to move it around. As I was looking, I started working on the projects to get a couple of them done, and as I was looking at them, I thought, oh, these would be really cute on cards. So I might have to think about that. Have a longer piece. It's gonna go along here. I'm trying to find more ways to create with the files. I'm going to get this moved around a minute better. I'm trying to find more ways to create with the files and, you know, more than one idea for you guys. So it just gives you some ideas on how to use them. This one was okay when I was dry piecing it, and then let's see, come on. Maybe I should work from the top first, I don't know. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. Sorry, my hands are in the way, I'm just trying to, there. It basically almost overlaps down there. That's what it does. And then you have the last piece, and it's gonna go right across here. These really are quick to put together. I just am very, well, I'm slow anyway, but on camera it's worse, so everything has to be as almost perfect as I can get it, right? I'm trying to think on this one. I'm gonna put his head this way. Down just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna work on his head. I know his tail's out of frame. It's just, I'm sorry, it's I have to see what I'm doing a little bit here, so I'll try to move him up a little bit. Okay, I just placed the nose on so I get an idea where to put the eyes. And as I think I mentioned in one of my other videos when I was doing these, I struggle with the faces or the mouths when I draw them in with the Cricut. I usually do just a, what am I trying to say? I do like a scratch piece of paper first, and I have the mouth drawn on, and then I can see if it's high enough or where I want it at. Well, I've also started looking to see, well, how big are the mouths compared to like the nose and that, because I was getting my lips too big. And yeah, so hopefully, I'm gonna hold this up a minute because it's not, kind of not where I want it, I don't think. I try to curve them just the slightest bit. That piece where the lip is on is driving me nuts here. It's just in my way. Yeah, I'm going to leave them where they are. How about that? Trying to get the glue on my lid on my glue again, and a shaky day again, and I can't get it on there. All right, let's see what we can manage to do with his eyes. It's amazing what different tools can do to help. I really do like these little sponge type things. I really am enjoying my craft mat, my glass craft mat. Things move around on it easier. It's just easier for me to pick things up. I like my black mat for grids for scrapbooking and stuff still because it's a 12 by 12. It just works good. This just, and I can ink on this, and yeah, it works really well. So each thing has its own, gotta be careful here. It's its own purpose, so yeah. That top piece now is in my way with my eyes, so well, it's for the kids. It's not the end of the world, so you do not have to make your eyelashes near as long as I seem to. I'm not going to put eyebrows on because they're going to get covered up under the bandages. Anyway, the eyelashes, I don't know. I get carried away. So, yeah. I don't. They definitely don't have to be that large. I try to keep the whites of my eyes the same size as much as possible. I have to let that dry, and then I'll be done here shortly. And I do want to thank everybody for joining me. I sometimes probably forget to say that. I swear my brain is on some other, I don't know, it's just not there lately. I'm not going to chalk his cheeks because he's got the white bandage on. Duh. That makes sense. Just it's so natural to chalk the cheeks. And I'm just getting one of his hands here. That just right here. Yeah, done with this. No, I'm not. I'll just draw on the other one here quick before I put it on. If you wanted, you could emboss the little pumpkin. I just didn't go that far this time. I just chose to leave things a little bit plainer, so to speak. I don't know. You could also use a pattern paper if you wanted, on the pumpkin. Like I said, these are going to the, thought I lost the hand. The other hand, these are just going to the kids, so I'm not maybe doing quite as much as I would, although, I don't know. They like whatever they get. They just amaze me. Some of them don't get a lot, so it's kind of sad. Okay, put the pumpkin on, put the little hand on, which I'm just putting some glue on it. Need some shadow in his eyes because, it is a mummy. And put some on his nose. That doesn't show very much, but it's all good. Now, because it's that real light gray, it's not going to show much of the white chalking. And I did use gray. It's a little bit different gray than what's on the photo on the computer, but the color of mine is, I'm pretty sure it's Smoke from American Crafts. I didn't want it too dark, but I did want it a little bit different color. So do want to thank everybody for joining me. I don't know what happened with the first video. I don't know why the comments were turned off for a while. I am very sorry. Technical issues, and it's just not my cup of tea. I will try to make sure they're turned on this time. So again, if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, guys.